Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, you can hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
yeah.
We are just waiting for our colleague to join.
Yeah, that's true.
He's joining in a few.
All right.
How are you doing, Melvin?
I'm fine, thanks God. And VMF. and VMF.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I've also added him.
That's cool.
Oh, he's on. I've also added him.
I see them.
That's cool. Oh, done. I've also added him. I see them.
What?
Kidogo ndo tuweze kukuona.
Mimi hapa tunani.
Kama unaona. Tena ile sana. Unaona kidogo.
Yes.
So, I'd like to invite you to today's show, where we're going to engage on matters agriculture. So we are having a talk. Invite you. I'm joined here by my co-host Melvin, and we have now our guest, who is Richard.
Yeah.
So, and then now we can go ahead and so that Richard can also introduce himself. So, Melvin, go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Violet, for this opportunity and platform. My name is Melvin, and I'm currently the co-host. And we're going to have Richard from Kakuma, who is going to take us into the agriculture activity that he has indulged himself. So, Mr. Richard, welcome. How is your afternoon or the day?
So, samani kidogo mimi ndaongea Kiswahili kidogo, si ndio?
Haina shida.
Haya, asante sana.
Karibu.
Nashukuru sana. Asante. Nashukuru sana. Na nashukuru kabisa kuona hiyo vile napendelea kukuwa pamoja na sisi na kutusaidia.
Ndio.
Mimi kwa majina ni Richard Mkanja. Niko Kakuma Refugee Camp. Mimi ni Mkongomani, I'm Congolese. So tumefika hapa 2013. Ndio tumefika kambi Congo DRC, na tumejikaza kidogo kuangalia hali ya maisha ya kambi vile ni ngumu. Basi tukafikiria kuona vile tunaweza jiendesha kidogo na miradi kidogo, kama vile tuliona kwa kambi hapa kukua unajikuta chakula mingi inatoka Kitale huko ama inatoka Nairobi, Nakuru huko, kufika hapa imekuwa imeshaharibika kidogo juu ya kuchelewa kwa barabara ama labda inakuwa na uzito fulani. So ndo tukakaa kama youth tukasema hapana, kama ni hivyo inabidi tuangalie hali ya mboga vile jua ni kali, tuone tu vile tunaweza fanya ili tuone kama tunaweza kujiendesha namna gani kimaisha na kusaidia wengine. Kuliko tungoje chakula ya kutoka Kitale, wacha tuanze kungoja ya hapa kwetu kidogo tuone vile tunaweza saidia watu wale wali chini ambao wajiwezi na ambao kabisa anaweza kuwa kuna shilingi moja unaweza kumsaidia. So ndo tukaamua kusema acha tufanye project kidogo ya agriculture. Ndo tuanza kulima na tunalimanga kidogo. Basi by the way vile hata huku vile hata mvua inyeshe lakini tukipata ile ya kumwagilia kidogo kidogo inasaidia tu hivyo. Lakini kwa hiyo tunajikaza kidogo kidogo kwa ile, ijapokuwa hali ni ngumu, kambi jangwa, hali ni mbaya, jua ni kali sana, lakini tunajitahidi kwa ile kidogo kidogo ambayo
Wow, Richard, that's good work. Dr. Violet, vile umemsikia hapo, is engaging himself with ukulima hapo wa mboga. So nikiangalia bwana Richard hapo, naona as in passion yako ambayo ilifanya uingie kulima ni hiyo kuchelewa kwa vyakula vya msaada kuja hapo Kakuma, right? Sasa naona jambo zuri ambalo lilifanya, kwa sababu yani ukiangalia yani ni kitu ambayo think out of the box, kwa sababu sasa ukiangalia most of the people there walikuwa nangoja tu hivyo vyakula mpaka vije nini, hata kama vimeharibika they are na wait on it. Lakini sasa katika out of the box, hata kama kuna global warming, kwa sababu jua iko kali sasa hii, bado umeinterject kwa hivyo, na bado unafanya kilimo hapo hapo, na unasaidia society hapo hapo, unasaidia wenzako pia, na nyote mnapata kusonga mbele kama one group, ndio? Yeah, that is good, Mr. Richard. I like you to keep it up. And so coming to my question sasa, unajua umeleta hii mambo ya global warming, as umesema jua iko kali saa hii. So unazingatia mambo gani hapo ili ujaribu kukabili hii janga, ili mambo ya global warming?
Hapo ukiangalia juu kwa kunaba mfumo wa mvua. Mvua haikuagi na mfumo yote, inaweza nyesha hata saa hii. Jua hata tukitoka nje jua ni kali na kulikuwa na fanana hata kunyesha, lakini mvua haijanyesha. So tunangangana nayo. Labda kwa wiki tunaweza pata maji labda mara 2 kwa wiki. So ile maji tunajikaza, kama tuna request mahali inakuja hivyo, na ndio tunamwagizia tu hivyo. Lakini tunafanya changamoto sana, ni kujitahidi tu sana. Tukimwaga hivyo inabidi tumwage kabisa mingi, kusudi hata ikichelewa wiki moja afadhali chakula ama mimea itakuwa inashikilia tu kidogo, kwa kungojea tena wakati ile ambao tena hiyo maji itapatikana. So kwa hali tu, hata kama jua vile iko kali, maji tu ndio yanasumbua zaidi sana kwa ile hali ambayo tuko nayo huko.
So Mr. Richard, ningependa ukae vizuri hapo kwa screen, unajua tukuone vizuri. Cool. Now you're seeing. Kwa hivyo umesema yani ni ile kwamba kuweka yani chururu si dondondo, yani unaweka kidogo kidogo pale, ndo maji ikipatikana, hata kama kuna mvua na unatumia maji kunyunyizia, sio? Okay, that is good. So sasa niulize, as in mboga gani ambao umejiingiza haswa katika kulima? Mboga gani haswa, ama ni mboga zozote zile ambazo pengine utakuwa umepata mbegu yake, ama umejispecify na mboga fulani?
Hapa tunapanda mboga yote. Kwa sababu unaangalia, kama ukiangalia hapa kwa camp kuna kama 15 county hivi, 15 country. Kama 15 countries iko hapa. Sasa unajikuta kuna Congolese, kuna Rwandese, kuna Burundian, kuna Sudan, kuna Somalian, kuna kabila mingi. Sasa unajikuta inabidi uangalie Wasudanizi wanapenda chakula gani, unaweza wawekea pale. Unaangalia Congolese zinapenda chakula gani, unaweka pale. Unaangalia kabila zote vile ambazo ziko. Kama tuone saa hii vile unaangalia jua vile ni pale, tunaweka chakula ile ambayo kabisa unaweza kuleta damu, inaweza leta damu, na tunaangalia ile ambayo kabisa inaweza leta nani ya kuongeza ile nani ya magoti ya mifupa. Kuna vile kama okra, tunaweka okra. Tunaweka kunde, tunaweka ile nyingine inaitwa murere. Tunaweka mchicha, tunaweka mchicha, tunaweka kisambu, kwa nyumbani tunaita kombe. Cassava, tunaweka cassava. Tunaweka chakula yote, sukuma wiki, managu, spinach. Uko na hizo zote tunaziweka, kwa sababu ya kuona kilo moja kuliko apige request kutoka Kitale, mimi nataka nipate kilo 2 labda ya managu. lakini tunamwambia ile kilo 2 ya managu kusema transport ya kuileta mpaka kufikisha hapa labda itakuwa inaanza kuwa yellow.
Yeah.
Lakini tunasema hapana, usiende kule, kuja tuende kwa shamba tukutumie kiasi ile ambayo utaenda kutumia. Na labda angetumia labda leo, lakini kutoka Kitale na hapa inachukua siku 2. Sasa inabidi tumwambie hapana, acha tuchukulie tu hapa kama iko. So ni ile ambayo ndo tuko nayo. Tuko na aina mingi kabisa ya mimea ambayo tunatumia kwa sababu ya country ambazo tuko nazo hapo.
Alafu hebu niulize, population ya hapo Kakuma kuna watu kama wangapi?
Ni wengi sana, wanaweza fika hata
Kakuma, the population of Kakuma is around. Kakuma is just having a population of more than 200,000 people.
Yeah.
Our refugees, even excluding the host communities. So, if you just mix the host community, then you found that it's a large number. If also you just go to Kalobe settlement, so it's a country which is just holding maybe more than 250,000.
So are you saying that the host community also live within the camp?
Yeah, they live around the camp. Huh? So because we found that there are some areas whereby UNHCR have been given to just to host the refugees, but Turkana people are just living around us, even because charcoal we are getting, most of the time charcoals and other maybe some they come with trees for constructions of houses. So the host communities who are coming with them, and they're just supplying it to the refugees. So when they come in the community, we just buy from them and then we use them. Like firewood, charcoals, we just buy from them.
Okay. So where do you get the money from?
Sorry?
Where do you get, mnapata wapi pesa ambayo mnatumia kununua seeds and maji na kila kitu?
So in Kakuma Refugee Camp, the way it has been designed, refugees who are coming here, there are maybe those humanitarian agencies that have been taking refugees through trainings, some vocational trainings, livelihood trainings, trying to maybe encourage refugees on how just to foster a spirit of self-reliance, maybe by equipping them with those trainings to know how maybe themselves they can be starting maybe some small businesses, some income generating activities that will be helping them to earn something at least. And others, after getting those trainings, maybe in languages like English trainings and other trainings like computer and other trainings, maybe peace buildings and others. So there are those who are being hired with those humanitarian organizations as incentive workers. Some might be earning maybe 5,000 Kenyan shillings, 7,000, depending on how maybe the organization have just stated that maybe how they are going to be at least giving a remuneration, that incentive to the refugees. And others have been setting some businesses and selling some maybe food items, others maybe other shops. So that is how they live, and they've been getting maybe some food from WFP, which is World Food Program, and they set up a program which is called Bamba Chakula, whereby after you've gone to collect your food, so you have to put your fingers somewhere, then at the end of the month you are given maybe per person 400 Kenyan shilling as a Bamba Chakula that you can be mixing maybe to purchase some maybe leggings and other things to be mixing with the food we are given. So others can purchase maybe charcoals from those a small amount they are given by WFP, those who didn't get chance yet to either to start a small business, or maybe they didn't get a chance to be hired with a humanitarian organization. That is in short.
Thank you for that. Na unajua hujajiintroduce watu wakujui.
Okay, I'm by the name Bugashane. Plaisir. The name states over my Facebook account. So Plaisir Bugashane from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Also just joined the camp in 2013. So about when you came here, even the English we are speaking, we just learned it from here in Kenya, as you know.
Wow.
Most people from Congo, they are French speakers. But after coming here, I found that the only language of communication is English and Kiswahili. So we forced ourselves to learn to do some trainings in maybe English languages and other trainings. So therefore, early 2014, I started working. I sat for a training of basic counseling training with Jesuit Refugee Service, or GRIS. And then at around July or August 2014, I started working as a community counselor, trying to give psychosocial supports and counseling sessions to our fellow refugees who are just coming to join the camp later on. As you understand, being a refugee, so people do experience a lot of traumatic maybe experiences. When they come, they're disparate, so they don't have hope. So we are there to support them psychologically, trying to encourage them and see how they can be coping up with their situations. Then while they have been doing other trainings such as computer, and then in 2018, I joined the Lutheran World Federation, which is LWF, as a peace and conflict resolution facilitator, just facilitating to the young children at the school level, primarily giving them peace club. In 2019, I joined the Window Trust Kenya, which is currently called the Window International Kenya.
Sorry, we can't see your full face. We can't see your full face. Uso yako, tunataka kuona uso yako yote.
Sorry?
We want to see your face.
My face? It's there. Okay. Then I said...
Yeah. So, guys,
just working to working to integrate. I joined the Window International Kenya as an instant network school coach. So working for the integration of information technology into schools. So whereby we've been using the Vodafone Foundation Instant Network School Kits to be helping maybe students to be accessing some information online and doing further readings, as you can understand in the refugee settings. Maybe that they don't have much, maybe resources. So we are there to help the students at least do further researches and readings. And until now, I'm still working there. And I've just started around 2022. I've started a small community. Sorry?
There's someone's phone.
Oh, there's someone I've been disturbing us trying to call here. Then in 2020, during the corona pandemic, then I was inspired with the idea of starting a community-based organization.
You know, they suffer from us, the network connection.
Men, youth, and people living with disabilities, and through educational trainings, which are vocational trainings and livelihood training, actually to create self-reliance in them. And so far we started with the tailoring trainings, whereby so far the idea was inspired in 2020, but we started the implementation in 2022. And we've trained so far 25 women and youth in tailoring. And we've been offering also some trainings, caregivers trainings for those who are just dealing with elderly people and people living with disability. Also, we've worked with Smiley Charity, which is based in Iceland, but they have been working with several schools and organizations around Kenya, whereby students are given the accounts to be working on the mathematics for improving their academic performances in math, as we realize that mathematics is one of the most important maybe subjects, as after you finish the secondary, you have to go to the university. And we found that most of the career that people are just trying to follow, it's either medicine, either computer sciences, and others maybe engineering. So you found that those require math skills. So we've been issuing those accounts to students where they are calculating mathematics. Meanwhile, they are earning some smiley coins. Those smiley coins, they are kind of cryptocurrency. At the end, when a student reaches 1 million smiley coins, so it will be redeemed as, it will be converted to 10,000 Kenyan shilling. Or instead of just giving them money, we just purchase tablets for them to be helping them to do further readings at home. And after redeeming a tablet, then they can be on a weekly basis that project sends 8,000. It means either 10 to 8 students have to redeem their smiley coins and get 8,000 Kenya shillings, whereby they have to go and purchase some food and non-food items to help them maybe during their learning. So far, those are maybe the projects that we have been working on, and
Okay.
also we've been trying to focus on permaculture. Permaculture also designs whereby we want to trying to regenerative, we call it the regenerative farming, whereby we want to at least bring like the previous system of cultivating, maybe trying to avoid these chemicals, using chemicals in agriculture. So as after maybe learning those, we found that, so these chemicals, sometimes they are some health hazard and maybe our health after maybe consuming it maybe for a long time, but the permaculture is just designed to avoid maybe using applying chemicals in agriculture. Then we are just, it's like we are using how am I going to call it, maybe the previous or the old system, whereby we have to look on maybe for fertilizers which are organic, so we don't want to use chemicals. Either we look for maybe, if we are going to look for manure, either chicken manure or maybe any human manure or animals manure, whereby we are going to apply them without using or applying any chemicals. So those are the areas we are trying to work on. Thank you so much. I've taken more time.
No. If I can ask you, Mr. Buchange.
Yes.
So coming back to the chemicals that are being used in the farming that you're talking about. So how can you minimize or avoid the use of pesticides?
So, yes, according to permaculture, permaculture have been designed to the sense of trying to avoid maybe using chemicals or pesticides, as maybe through those who went through it, they discover that there might be some of the health hazard, maybe in the future, as they designed it in Australia. And now you found out maybe sometimes when maybe insects are just maybe harming the crops, so we do use maybe natural ways on how to look for maybe pesticide, I can say that we are going to use, but which is local. Sometimes we are using chills. Maybe we use sometimes chills, or maybe there's neem trees also I used. And at some extent we used maybe, how do we call it again? Tree. Oh, the terms just goes out. Majifu.
What?
So Majifu, I don't know. It's
Oh,
yeah. Then those are the ones we do use maybe to treat maybe insects when they harm our crops. So even though at the beginning, if you don't have maybe enough manure, maybe the production might not seem to be very, we can't be having a lot of maybe production compared to those who are using chemicals, but I believe in permaculture that according to the concept that we've been taught, it's the best way, but you use, maybe you harvest a few, but which is healthy to our bodies, according to the permaculture.
That's right.
So, Richard, so Richard, what challenges are you facing even with regard to matters agriculture while farming in Kakuma Refugee Camp?
Challenge ziko mingi sana.
Kama gani?
Kwa sababu unajikuta kama kwanza vile nimesema, unajua huku vidudu ziko mingi sana. Kuna vidudu mingi sana na inabidi kupata maji mengi kwanza ndio inasababisha hata ile vidudu inakimbia. Kwa sababu unajikuta kama vile brother amesema hapa, na ndio ile hali tu inakuwa nayo. Juu kama mmea huku vile unaweza weka maji kikua chini, vidudu haizi kaa sana. Vidudu haizi kaa juu, unakuta inatereza akikuwa na unyevunyevu wa maji. Sasa unajikuta kama maji hakuna, vidudu inakula kabisa mmea sana. Ile kabisa inakuwa kwanza kitu ya kwanza. Mpaka tuanze tafutana na mami 40, tuanze kupiga mami 40, tuanze kutafuta hizo majifu. Sasa ukijikuta hatuwezi fanya ile kama hakuna maji. Sasa inabidi kwanza kukuwe na maji, hivyo ndio tufanye hivyo. Kwanza ndio challenge ya kwanza ambayo iko. Juu vidudu kabisa, hata mmea ikikuwa imeota vizuri, ikianza kuliwa tu na vidudu inakuwa kabisa unachokea bure. Juu kwa hatuna mashine za kulima, tunalima na mkono. Sasa unaona mmea umekuwa umekomaa, baadaye unakuja unakuliwa, unavunjika moyo. Lakini hatuvunjiki moyo, tunaendelea kufanya tu hivyo mpaka pale ambapo maji itakuwa inapatikana kwa hali ambayo iko. Hiyo ni challenge ya kwanza kabisa. Kwanza vidudu vinasumbua sana.
Alafu kwanza nataka kushukuru Blessings Kayana kwa kujoin, kutune in. Pascal Etabo anasema good job guys. Angandu anasema keep it up. So wanafurahishwa sana na hii conversation ambayo inaendelea. So sasa nataka kuuliza sasa, kuna vijana wengi ambao wanaona hii show hapa Kenya, na kuna reason ambayo mlisema kwamba wacha mtatumia youth projects Kenya iwafikie. Kwa hivyo Richard, una lapi la kuambia mayouth?
Yeah, I think it will come back on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the issue of connection.
Yeah, so even as you wait for them, Melvin, so what have you learned from what we've discussed with them so far? And the viewer, if you're watching us, if you'd like to join in the conversation, you're welcome to just join. Send a request and then you can join us online on this live show. So, Melvin, so what have you learned so far from the discussion with the youth?
Okay, so far what I've learned through the discussion is that it's better to go as in natural, organic when it comes to farming, because when you see like when it comes to using fertilizers, as Mr. Buchange has said, they use natural fertilizers as the organic fertilizers.
Yeah.
They use like the dung and the waste from food, things like that, rather than using manufactured ones, because it somehow affects the crops, its nutrients, you see. And when it comes to pesticides, they don't use the ones that are manufactured, rather than they use natural ones, like use of ash and like watering the ground, making it wet, so that not for the pests to be able to reach the crops in an easy way, because having it dry, it's prone to insects moving about in the ground. So what I've learned is that being organic, being natural is the best thing in farming.
Yeah. So yeah, I've also learned a lot that that even at the even at Kakuma, they are receiving vocational training, and these vocational training skills and also life skills are really helping them to also become successful farmers, because you can hear that they came to Kakuma in 2013.
Yeah.
And they are still there, and they have engaged in agriculture even as a source of income.
Mm-hmm.
And they are also innovative because even as you remember what Richard said that while he was at the camp, he used to see food being brought from Kitale.
Yeah, true.
So now him and his pals had a meeting, and they said, why don't we also be farmers and plant these crops here and sell to these populace, instead of just standing by and waiting for a door to open. So the lesson that I'm learning here is that wherever you go, find a solution to whatever is happening. If you just analyze and see what problem is there, and seek to find a solution to it. Because when you look for a solution, you will find that even money is going to follow you. Because when you don't solve a problem, you will find that every time you're going to look for money. But now when you solve a problem, you find that even investors come to you so that they can give you money to invest. And even you just heard correctly from Buchange, he said that like even the seeds for planting, now they are getting from World Food Program.
Mm-hmm.
Even the UNHCR are also supporting them one way or another. And why is that? Because they were innovative. So this means that it is good to be innovative.
Yeah, true.
Is that true, Melvin?
Yeah, it's true. According to statistics, it's true. Yes, someone has to be innovative, try to solve a problem, as in find a solution in the area where a person is, so that money can follow that person. Because according to this situation right now, according to the economics in Kenya, we need money. So the best way a person can do is solve a problem, and somebody will chip in to help that person out to solving the problem. Because this thing is like a network, it's like growing the community. If you solve a place, you're gonna help people's lives in one way or another.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think we've come to the end of the show. Okay. And it was an eye-opener. You can see there are 200,000 people staying at the camp, excluding the host community, and they are into farming. So that means that there is already ready markets for their product, because everyone has to eat. So personally, I've learned a lot from the team there, and yeah, just appreciate. Any word of final word, Melvin?
Okay, the final word that I'm gonna put out is that somebody out there, you just keep on doing what what he or she wants to achieve in life, because there are a lot of obstacles. As you can see, like our friends there, they are doing the farming thing, but they're still having some challenges. But through the challenges, you get some lessons and you try to solve them, and through it, you're gonna succeed. So anybody out there who's feeling like I've lost hope, I've lost everything, don't lose hope. Just keep on pushing, just keep on doing it. You're gonna succeed. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. Before we go, is there any of you who has a question? If you have a question, you can type it in the comment section.
True.
If not, I think we can now bow out, and we look forward now to the other meeting that you're going to have, because you're going to have there is a youth, there is a youth from Homa Bay County who would like to share with us the work that his organization is doing to empower youth. So soon you're going to hear from him. So thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you to Doctor. Enjoy yours.
Thank you.